So the thing is that, do we get, what, is that an easier way for me to, be national chair or on some committee or supported in the party or something like that? Hell no. What if that's not my goal? What if that's not our goal? What is our goal? Okay? So we sit there and we get this, make sure that they understood the Libertarian Party needs to be libertarian, or the activists will just leave. Later, that decision was overturned on appeal because the Republicans and Democrats started to understand. They joined us in the suit. They were on our side. It was all of us against, the guys in the National Party that sided with these other guys, because we were arguing the state cannot control the internal structure of the party. The thing at issue is that precinct committeemen are the only ones that can be state officers, and it says you have to be elected at a precinct committee election, which is a taxpayer-funded primary. As libertarians, we're like, wait a minute, let me get this straight. I have to use taxpayer money to be elected as an internal party officer, before I can become an executive committee officer, and that makes me not communist how? So I got to be communist first before I can be libertarian? Is that what you're saying? You guys keep it, man. Have a nice day. We're done. We kept being libertarian activists. I run for office. I ran against, Shattuck, a bunch of times for Congress. I ran against John McCain for U.S. Senate in 04, Secretary of State in 06 and in 94. I've been doing this. Oh, and that's another issue. I'll get to that in a minute. But the thing is that we are not less active. We're more active. So what we did is we go, okay, we're not going to mess with, the party stuff anymore. Now, Michael Kilsky, good friend of mine, he's state chair. Now, he's one of the hardcore guys, very hardcore, and he's just holding the position, make sure that nobody gets in there and does something stupid, okay? But the party itself, we need to make sure we keep ballot status and maintain ballot status. We do that with the activism and so on. People registered, so we have that to use as a vehicle for people to run for office. Because now it's really easy to get on the ballot. To run for U.S. Senate, I need 80-something signatures, okay? So we take care of that ballot thing. So then you're going, okay, so we're not playing party anymore. I have a restaurant from about here, 97, pizza restaurant. Yeah, I got a restaurant, man. Don't tell me I don't know government crap. Okay? So then 2003, 5 years, my family, kids, they got to the age where they realized they could get paid more working for somebody else. So, it was time to, sell that business. So then I sold the restaurant. What do I do now? I was approached and in consultation with some other libertarian activists and people that were freedom-oriented, not necessarily libertarian, but they understood the importance of getting this message out. Because keep in mind, when did the war start? We're back right in 2003, March. You got March is war. February, a month before, is my radio show. Start Declare Your Independence with Ernest Hancock. 2-hour morning show every day, drive time Monday through Friday. Where the heck did that come from? 16th largest media market. You got a libertarian on the mainstream radio every morning, 2 hours. Steve probably remembers back in the day, wow, get this libertarian on the radio. What happened there? And it's kind of a God thing, man. Because, man, they don't give those away. You have to buy them. So what we did is we got some sponsors and so on, people that wanted to get the message out, and we only bought a 13-week time slot. It's a quarter year, and we go, what we're going to do is we're going to take an entire 2-hour show, and we're going to do some issue. And I got better as time went on, but the whole point was not necessarily how great and wonderful I was at this thing. It was we're going to take an issue, Social Security, war, the debt, Federal Reserve, whatever it was, and we're going to, for 2 hours, we're going to learn about one issue. Because we understood the internet, archiving. We knew what MP3 was before anybody even heard of it. So we had all this stuff archived. Every single word I've ever said. Over 600 shows are on the internet. Okay? So I have all that there. I haven't been on the radio in a year, and I still get 20, 30,000 downloads a month. Because it's there in Google. People look up that issue. Imagine, John Stossel, G. Gordon Liddy in studio, Tony Snow, okay? Sam Donaldson, 40 minutes uninterrupted. Yeah, that was fun. Tony Snow, I remember he's coming out, he starts Fox News Sunday. He wants to come on my show every Friday morning to promote that weekend show. And I want a bio. I send him a bio. Comes on, I know they don't read them, they don't care. It's Phoenix Major Media, Friday morning drive, we'll go on the show. Wow, Tony, it's great to have you on, it's good to have you and everything, you know, but I was just wondering, obviously you have an opinion about us invading Iraq, this war thing, right before we went in. I go, because you were the assistant communications director under Daddy Bush in the first Gulf War. He didn't want that brought up. So it was obvious he was a cheerleader for the war. And what was so obvious was his response to the question. Blah, 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 I gotta go. Okay, I mean, you know, so these are the kind of opportunities that we had. After the 13 weeks, all of a sudden the radio, I said, we're done, thank you very much, we got all the issues on. What would a libertarian say about fill in the blank issue? You know what the media says, you know what the Republicans say, you know what the Democrats say. Can we listen to a freaking libertarian once? What the hell? So what happened was the radio station goes, man, we never had the phones ring that much. We'll cut your price in half. Okay. Another 3 months go by. Another radio station, 50,000 watt Liberty blowtorch, okay? Goes to the whole state kind of thing. They go, you know, we want you to come on. We won't charge you. So I go and I do a daily show there. Don't get charged. Then it gets to where they want to put me on salary, and they pay me right up until I refused to sign a contract because they wanted ownership of the archive. And I go, nope. So I'm on the radio for another 3-4 months before they finally got rid of me, when Charles Goyette registered libertarian on the air the week before the 2004 Libertarian Convention in Atlanta. That Wednesday was my last show. I left the next day, Thursday, went to Atlanta. The reason was Charles Goyette, that Monday, registered libertarian on air. The entire station was going libertarian. The Republican Democrats, they're just, and the general manager was a hardcore Republican. He couldn't take it anymore. Done, thinking that was going to cure things or something. Station went down the toilet. They had me come back. A few months later, I become Charles Goyette's morning show producer. So then for months, we were just hammering it, having a good time then. By the end of the 2004 election cycle, I was running against John McCain for U.S. Senate. And I go, after this, my wife's going to make me get a job, man. I got to get a real job. You know, can't play anymore. And they weren't paying me enough. And he goes, well, no, stick around. He goes, the Air America affiliate in Phoenix wants us to come over there. Morning show. I go, really? We're going to go over libertarians and communist radio? Hell yeah. Whole new field to plow. Okay? Got this conservative thing. You know, they're thinking we're anti-war. Before we were doing the promos in the first week or two, building up to when we were coming over, and that general manager goes, you guys don't like Social Security and Medicaid and this and that? I go, no, but you're anti-war, as if they're somehow related. You know, we're going, first 3 months were kind of, we go, contract, no. So the first 3 months was kind of, you know, they weren't really sure where to go with this, but we were popular and then the numbers started coming in. They're going, we love you now. It's like a Howard Stern, hate him right until he saw the numbers, you know. So then they're going, okay, we're good. We'd go to events, we'd have thousands of people come to, and man, ka-ching. What did the National Party do in 2004 at Atlanta? They brought Neil Bort's pro-war libertarian. The party had just done their little pro-war Afghanistan, whatever the heck it was, and I'm like, you guys got to be kidding me. This is the biggest crock of crap. You guys so need your ass whipped. So I got Charles to go with me. At the same time that Neil Bortz was speaking, we had another room where he spoke to a group not much bigger than this. You know, just so we could have a real talk show host that was anti-war. In fact, he was a very popular, he still is now, he just sold a book, economics book that's with Penguin that comes out in a few months, so he's doing fine. What happened was, he worked for Clear Channel affiliate in Arizona, KFYI. You have Sean Hannity, Rush Limbaugh, you know, and he's the afternoon of that, okay, afternoon drive. Very popular guy. Clear Channel brings him in his office and they go, God, didn't you get the memo? We're supporting this war, boy. Nope, not doing it. Have a nice day. He writes a column for the American Conservative, Pat Buchanan's magazine, and it was titled, How to Lose Your Job in Talk Radio. That was before he was done, because he had his contract. They went ahead and honored his contract. They just put him at 9 to midnight at night so nobody would hear him, kind of thing. So he knew that he was going to lose his job on this, but there was no way in hell he was going to support this war. He goes, nope, not doing it. Finally, when that was over, that's when he came over to my radio station. I'm going, come on, Charles, man, let's do it. And then I later became his producer.